Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you're new. Today we're in the 305 sprint cars here at Charlotte. We didn't run a very good time in practice. I messed up 3 and 4 pretty bad, and then I was in traffic for most of the rest of it. So I know I can get into the mid 4s just like they did. Hopefully we can do that in practice. Track came in pretty clean. Not like completely clean, but pretty clean. It was starting to get worn out. Probably 10, 15 laps into the race. I don't know how long this race is, if it's 25 or 30 laps. I hope it's 30. But the little bit outer line from the very bottom is going to come into play pretty quick, I believe. You don't want to be right on the bottom inside of somebody. Try to hit the bottom, keep the car straight as much as you can. Try not to turn as much as possible. Miss those tires down there. Felt like a pretty decent lap. Should be in the 4s. 4:18. Okay, fastest I've ran yet so far, so I'll take that. I know I ran like a 4:47 or something in my last practice. So I'm happy with that time. I can't complain about that. 2-car got a 4:16. That's flying too. Like, good freaking lap, man. I'll be happy starting somewhat up front. It's gonna suck not being on pole because it's gonna be very hard to pass. You're gonna have to get to a little bit outer line. If they're running on the inside, you just have to get to their outside, barely use the little bit of grip that's there. Currently, we are second. Still have another guy left to qualify. Is he even in the server? No, he's not. So we're going to have to wait out this time anyways. So far, we are second. Oh, he just joined. So we are second. We'll see if we can keep second. Hopefully, we can. And I'll pick you guys back up and we'll get ready to go green. All right, well, we stayed in second, which is not bad. Being on the outside lane is going to be okay. Because I think the not the very outside, but a lane up is going to be a way to pass in a little bit. So I think I'll be all right, be able to hold second off the start. If you guys enjoy this kind of racing, hit that like button, and if you guys want to see more of it, hit the subscribe. It's free. You can unsubscribe whenever you want, but it helps me out if you want to see some more races. But hopefully we can do a pretty good race here. Hopefully we can be clean, have a good race. Had a really fun race here in the 358s not too long ago. I remember that race pretty well. I didn't do very well, but we finished like 5th or so, but it was like a 3-4-way battle for 2nd to 3rd, I would say. I think it was either 2nd or 3rd, and it was like a 3 or 4 of us battling for that spot. It was a lot of fun. So hopefully we can have a pretty good race here. That will be a lot of fun. Keep it clean, hopefully, because you don't want to damage your steering at all. Your tires will be messed up, and then it'll probably give you a black flag, like meatball flag or something, saying you need repairs. So hopefully that's not the case here in this race, and we can keep it pretty clean. But if you guys have ran this race this week or plan on it, when you race it, let me know how you did in the comments. I always like to see how you guys are doing in the races. And if you learn anything off my races, like if you learn anything from the way I'm running or how it looks to apply it to your race, I'm happy to help if that does help. Hopefully it does. And hopefully you guys do pretty well and win your races. I think it's going to be really hard to win this race. I really do think it's going to be tough to win it. Starting in second. If we were in the pole position, I'd have a little bit more confidence. You're good. But hopefully we could try to get by first place here in the coming laps. Because this track's very tough to pass at because it's full throttle basically the whole time. Basically, whoever can keep their car the straightest and keep your momentum up will win the race. Just follow the grip. You find the fastest way around the track, you're going to be very quick and pass everybody else if they're not figuring it out. A lot of people are going to want to stay right along the bottom. And if you have a clean line going all the way out to the wall, then yes, it is. But you can run like that half lane higher where the grip is and be really, really fast too. That's why I'm not mad about being in second either. Hopefully we can take advantage of that and get a good start here being next to the leader, hopefully. You just need to start right when he does. It's going to be very tough to do. Probably not going to be able to do that. But we'll see how it goes. He can literally go at any moment. Had a decent start. 3rd place was sleeping a little bit, so we'll be in second, no problem. I'm happy about that. That's the one worry I have in these races when I start in second is third place getting a really good start and getting under me. Because being side by side is just so much slower. You could see behind me, fourth place went way up the track. Third place fell back to some. Definitely don't want to turn in too early on either of these corners because those tires are waiting for you to come too low. Like that tire right there, and then 3 and 4, the one I've been pretty close to. Do not want to get your left front into it. You'll be flipping, probably take out someone behind you as well, which is bad. But just trying to keep the car straight, not let the back end get too far kicked out, which it's sliding around a little bit, especially on entrance, because the entrance is starting to get a little worn out already, because there's, what, 10 cars here or so? I think there's about 10. But so far, so good, keeping up with the leader. There's somebody wrecked on the bottom. Looks like they might have hit the tires. Try to see if I could run my line a little bit. I don't know what the hell he's saying. That dude flipped down there. He's still flipped. Trying to see if a little bit higher of an entrance is working, but it's not. I don't want to go too low and slide up. That actually worked pretty well right there. I didn't slide too hard. Probably take a little lower of an entrance into turn 1, but you kind of have to turn it harder going into 1 than you do in 3. I don't know what it is. The car seems so much shakier than normal, like the camera. I don't know why. It just seems so much more shaky to me, and it really bothers me. It's like throwing me off. Just a little bit. But we're running well. Keeping pace with the 2 car. He might be the slightest bit quicker than me at the moment. Kind of just running his tracks a little bit for the most part right now. Because that entrance is getting really worn out, and I'm trying to stay out of it. Oh my god, that was close to the tire. I got the grass a little bit, and you saw how it hooked me. I actually thought I ruined my race there. I didn't want to readjust because readjusting could slow you down a ton. But readjusting could have avoided me from wrecking into the whole thing, but I didn't, luckily. I was super close, I know that. If I would have turned in like a millimeter more in, probably to the left, probably would have wrecked the car. But third place, pretty far back. Let me see if I could try to catch him, trying to keep this grip through the whole corner. A little bit wider in the corner. Turn 3 is a hard entrance to do because it's so slick out there. Yeah, I don't know what it is. This camera shaking is like crazy right now to me on these bumps. When a little wider there, it kept a lot more steady. Then it gets slicked out under me. Yeah, turn 1 is much easier. It's not bad at all. But it looks like the 2 car is still pulling away from me a little bit. It might be because of 3 and 4 though, because 3 and 4 might not be the play doing that. 1 and 2 I think is okay. To actually get like a good amount of speed through the corner, I feel like in 1 and 2. 3 and 4 I might have to keep going low and then coming up off the corner, trying to miss that huge slick line coming off 4. That seemed to work pretty well because you could see the glisten from the light in the slick. It's hard to see like through the whole corner because it's not like super dark like it is in turn 1 to start the corner, or in turn 3. Yeah, it's not like super easy to see, but there's like a thin line in the middle that you can slide through pretty easily. He's running it really well though. Like he's still pulling away the slightest bit. I feel like I pull him back in 1 and 2. He actually went high there in 3 and 4. I'm surprised by that. But he's gonna start going high in 1 and 2. I definitely caught him in 1 and 2 when he ran low. But let's see if I could actually catch him running low in 3 and 4 now like he was to me. He seemed to be catching me when I was running the high side.
Gonna be 10 laps to go here.
I'm kind of doing the opposite right now. He ran low there. Try not to get into the wall. It is a 30 lap race. I really didn't pay attention to it just now. But I feel like I'm the slightest bit quicker, but he's running really well. Like, it's going to be really hard to catch slash pass him if we even can catch him. Because he's running, like, basically perfectly. I had to try to venture out earlier to find some speed. And it lost me a little bit of time. That's okay. It happens. Ooh, I had too high of an entrance there. Back end kicked out on me really bad. I definitely am like getting some speed on him down the backstretch, running this higher line. He definitely pulls me going into the corner, but I gain it all back by the time I get to turn 3, it seems like. And it might be helping my speed in turn 3 as well. Because he gains like a 1/10 or 2 through the corner, and then I gain it all back down the backstretch. And kind of going into 3, because I have more speed going into 3. But it actually might be helping me out some.
We're gonna give you 5 to go.
5 laps to go, yeah. It'd take this lap car really screwing him up for me to catch him. And yeah, that's getting really wide to go on that entrance, but it actually has a lot of speed. Might be able to run that these last few laps, see if I can gain any time on him. Because he's still running quite low. Yeah, it's a super wide entrance. You can kind of turn down mid-corner. Almost clipped the wall there. Lack of judgment. I've almost clipped it with my back right, I feel like. But great race by the 2. Can't be mad about that. He started on pole nearly exactly the same time. And then he had the slightest bit better running than I did most of this race. I definitely caught him a little bit through the middle and somewhat towards the back end of this race, but yeah, it was very tough. I have to run low here for this lap car. He's still up there. I can just run high and not worry about this dude. And we're gonna come home second. I'll take that. Number 2 car won, number 1 car second. Good win. That was a lot of fun.
Checker.
Good race overall. Kept it clean. I think a couple people ended up getting wrecked in that race. I think the 10 car that left super early, he might have hit the tire down there, but I'm happy with how we ran off the start. Had a really good start with him for the most part. 3rd place really was slacking overall. And let's go through and see these wrecks. 10 car slid way high. Him and what number is that? The 7 or something? They got tangled up on the backstretch. 10 car is throwing a slide job already. What lap is this? This is lap 4 now. I think that's the 7 car. No, it's the 9 car. 9 car bumps into the 10. 10 car looks like he's gonna slide into him here. Yeah, he just took him out. That's all that was. And then 10 car flipped himself. He flipped the 9 and himself. Good job. Just good job. That's all I gotta say. And that's definitely not all the incidents for this race. 10 cars just sideways. The 8 and the 7 get hung up together. What happened there? That was a little weird. Like, looks like the 7 car might have slid up the slightest bit. Oh, there's some netcode there for sure. There's definitely some netcode there. Barely a little bit of netcode, but the 8 car was a little sideways, coming off a little lower than the 7 car probably expected, is my guess. They get hung up together. 8 car gets spun, unfortunately. 8 car almost flips, but keeps it on his wheels. And that is the end of the incidents, actually. That's surprising. There was not many incidents. Oh my god, he's gonna flip. 6 car just flipped himself after the race. That's hilarious. I love that. So the 7 and 8 got 2x together, and the 9 and 10 got a 2x together. And that's basically it. So pretty clean race overall. We started second, finished second. Really nothing about that. Lap car is the only thing that could have helped me there at the end, possibly, but didn't have enough time to really catch him. But I actually was somewhat close to him for a few laps. And then I tried something different and lost some speed to him. But he was definitely pulling a little bit on me in the beginning of this race. You can see his lead just growing. Then I tried to run the outside, and then 3 and 4, he was still pulling on me. 1 and 2, I was actually gaining on him a good amount. Like, you can see the track starting to form, the grip up on the higher level, starting to get worn out going into these corners. Higher level starting to actually work out. But good race overall. Let's go see what we end up getting out of the results. All right, results are in. Strength of field only 1963. Wasn't a very high strength of field. There was 2 splits though. I thought there was about 20-ish people that registered, so makes sense. 2 car had the fastest lap of the race. Damn, he ran down in the threes. No wonder why he started pulling on me in the beginning. He ran a freaking half second faster than I did, or half tenth, I should say, not second. Half tenth on lap 2, and probably just kept that up for a few laps. A 3 though, that is flying. I was really happy with my qualifying time. Like, we were right on each other. It said a 4:16 in the sim, but 4:17 here. But he still got the pole. He was super fast, and that shows it there too. He ran a 3. I ran a 4:40, which wasn't a bad lap, but not nearly the caliber that he was running. So great race by the 2. Good win by him. We gained 16 iRating. I'll take it. At least it's not losing any. 4220 now. He's up to almost 3800. Nice. And then third was a big drop off from us too, down to 2200. He hit 2200, which is nice, but good race overall. Kept it clean. Only a couple people in the back got 2 X's. 10 car and 9 got together early on, and the 7 and 8 had a little bit of thing down the front stretch. It wasn't too bad, but a little bit of net code and just racing for the same spot on the track. So that happens between people. So good race. Happy about that. Finished second. Good with the result. And I appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. Let me know, like I said earlier, if you guys run this race and how you did. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.